Walked onto the women's cave, got it out again. Yes.
This is unladylike behavior.
Yes.
You can't even call yourself a lady going like that. Wait, what? Now you're dancing?
What? I'm sorry. It's just so good to steal your line.
Oh, people. You know, it's bad times when you have to depend upon no to do the yes correct thing.
Well, yeah, that is true. But anyway, by the way, I'm Jade.
I'm Winona. And by the way, don't call me No. I don't appreciate it. Only she can do it. And maybe Miss Kardashian over here. Oh, I hope I said that right.
She can do it. And then there's like the other 5 ladies that really go with us all the time. They can
Not even all 11 of my co-authors can call me No. So I'll be like, no, I'll be like, put a finger on that.
Okay, anyway, it doesn't really matter because you know who we are. We're the And I Thought Ladies. We're the co-authors and the co-founders of And I Thought Ladies and the And I Thought series. And I thought divorce was bad. And I thought being grown up was easy. And I thought I could juggle it all. And I thought I did my journey alone. All of these books are available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and WeThought.com. And we will totally put a nice little personalized message to you if you want to order it from there.
Yes! It'll have your name, our actual horrible handwriting. This is why our editor doesn't like when I handwrite books. Right.
We don't have good handwriting.
And then it'll come to you. And if you can decipher it, you should probably sign up to be a medical transcriber because you can read doctor's handwriting. I'm not a doctor. I just write like one.
And I think it makes decent money. So yay, that's exciting.
Yeah, that is true. It does make decent money. But we're not here to talk about us money. Well, unless you're giving money to us, in which case we do like both of those.
Yes.
But otherwise,
by buying a book, of course. Oh yes, let's explain what the And I Thought series is. It's an anthology, but we like to call it because we
guide to life. Yes. A guide to life. Yes. You wanted to say it, didn't you? You wanted to. Well, okay. For one quick second, you guys, I'm going to disappear, but Jade is going to continue.
I am. So here we go. And we have a wonderful guest today that is here, and she was with us before, and she has such a touching, wonderful story, and we couldn't get it all in like the 25, 30 minutes, so we invited her back. Would you please like to introduce yourself?
Yes, but before I introduce myself, I just love watching you. I forget I'm being on the interview. It's just entertaining to watch you. Really have a great energy. You guys are so lovely.
Oh, really, thank you.
I wish our viewers agreed with you. Every time it's just the two of us talking, we get like 10 views. I know. No thumbs up. So everyone's like, ah.
So we only leave a comment like,
you have my 2 thumbs up.
Oh, thank you.
2 of them.
So sweet of you.
You have a spirit that is very light and just so joyful to watch you guys. You're just yourself. You're not being somebody else, and that's beautiful. I love that.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from a producer, you guys. So I just want you guys to know that we are over here like inside being like,
thank you.
Patting ourselves on the back. We're giving like mental high fives. We're so excited we even ruined our own set. That's terrible.
I'm gonna have you on my show. I'm gonna have you on my show and Judy's show. You guys are lovely, and I appreciate you invited me to your circle, and it's just a beautiful light. So I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And my name is Aimmee Kardashian. Hey, not Kardashian, okay? So many people think I'm Kardashian. No, Aimmee Kardashian. So I'm the author of Tears of Hope, my true life story growing up in 1975 Lebanese Civil War, where I lived for 13 years. So that's the short story part of it. But you guys were so wanted to hear more about the story and more details about it. But how about we take everybody, because if they didn't watch the first one, maybe they need to go more into a little bit of the story where I came from. As I said, I was born in Lebanon. In 1975, I was 12 years old when the Lebanese Civil War began. And my parents were at that time, I had all of my family in one room, and we were talking about, traveling and packing and all that. I was excited. And why I was excited? Because I had a learning disability. Today we know as dyslexia. But back then, nobody understood what dyslexia means. The teachers just put me down because I didn't know how to read and write. And after my family left the room, I stayed only in the same room with me and my older brother, Robert. Robert was 20 at that time. I was 12, as I said. And we were having great conversation. Robert, let me tell you a little bit about Robert. Robert was a tall, handsome, had beautiful eyes, beautiful heart, big heart. And he just asked me like that. He was just relaxing and said, what you want to do when you grow up? I said, wow, I was shocked in the beginning. I said, why you're asking me what I'm going to do? He said, I just asked you what you want to do when you grow up. I'm like, wow, nobody was interested. All of my teachers thought, they thought I'm not going to go anywhere because I was repeating class year after year. And I said, I want to be teacher one day. He said, why you want to be a teacher? I said, because I want to be a teacher who lifts everybody up. And he said, what? You have your why? And now you could be a teacher one day. I said, come on, Robert, there's no way I could be a teacher. I can't even graduate from my class. He said, I promise you, I will help you to be the teacher you want to be. Well, you could just imagine the happiness I had and the hope that we're leaving the country. I'm going to start anew and everything's going to be just wonderful. So I stood up and headed towards the kitchen, and I took a couple of steps. And I turned my back, and the wall was in between me and my brother's room in the living room. And a few seconds later, after I was the most happiest kid you could ever imagine, a bomb flew through the window into that living room. And Robert was gone. I turned my back, and all I could see Robert's hands and the flames behind the door and the whole room smoking coming out of it. And my mom and my dad were in the other room, and my mom panicked and she tried to throw herself from the window, and my father was holding her back, pushing her back holding her back not to throw herself. So I'm looking at one room, I'm seeing my, and the other room, my brother is burning. And we were living in 5-story buildings, and each one of those buildings, one of those stories, bomb flew through them, and the whole building was shaking. I mean, one bomb after another. And I'm standing there, I could not move, because I just didn't know where to go, what to do, until my other brother broke the door with his 2 friends and carried me. I was still in my pajamas, and took me down the building. And I'm looking back at that room where I was there just seconds earlier, like a moment earlier, and I see the flame coming out of there. And I'm like, put me down and go save your Robert. Put me down. And it just, obviously it was a dream that I was thinking somehow, something is going to happen, magic things is going to happen, and Robert is going to be okay. He wasn't. And we lost everything. We became homeless. And we separated, my family separated. They put me up in the mountain with my 6-year-old brother. And at that time, the whole country shut down. There is no phones. Obviously, was no cellulars at those days. And regular phones were shut down. Water, food, electricity, all night long, all you hear bomb flying from one area to another. I'm sure you saw that in the television, on the news. And with each one of those bombs, I thought, that's going to kill my other brother. That's going to kill my mother. That's going to kill my father. That I'm going to see them ever again. Ever. For 3 long months, I had no idea if my family is still alive or dead. And my 6-year-old brother was scared. And he was holding on me, and he became my why. He became my why to survive for him. At one point, they were giving us food. We were standing in line. They were giving us a piece of bread with paste tomato on it. and sometimes soup. And I used to give my food to my brother. And one time I saw him, he was digging in the garbage because he was still hungry. So I went to him and I said, no, you're going to eat this. He said, no, you already gave me your food. I don't want any more. I'll find something. I said, no, you're going to have to take this. And I just broke down inside, and I felt an emptiness. I felt darkness. I felt a hole in my heart. I was a young girl, lost with no family, and my whole life was turned upside down. And I remember I sat on the bench, and on the back of the bench there is a big tree, and I put my back on it and I looked up. That's the only place I could ask for help. And I looked up and I prayed and I said, God, help me through this. And my tears were coming down. I'm afraid I'm by myself. And I'm afraid to lose all of my family, that I'm going to ever see them again. I'm feeling dark. And just let me share this with you. The light that came through me.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting.
I just felt God's love. I just felt something gave me power to get up again and continue. And having Roger next to me, being my why, God showed me that I'm there for a reason, and I need to give that love to my brother and continue doing that. So I learned that when you have a why, that helps you to survive. Sometimes your why is around you, but you don't recognize them. You don't see your family around you. You don't see anything because you're in darkness. How could you see any light around you? So, but when you surround yourself to God, and when you allow your higher self, the light to come fulfill you, you just feel that, and then you're able to give the energy and the love that you need to give. Mm-hmm. And that helps me survive. And I use the same thing over and over in my life. Now, continue the story. I came back and I get back with my family. And a year later, we were still kind of like, we found a place to stay there. And my father left the country again. And I was 13 years old when I met my husband. And my mom said, you know what? He's a handsome guy. He's a guy who have a skill. You need to go. You need to get married. I'm like almost 14. And I said, I'm not ready for marriage. Mom said, no, I can't take care of you. I can't feed you. I can't dress you. You can't go back to school. You have no hope. You have no opportunities. This guy loves you. He have a better opportunity for you. His family's, they're better off. We were, kind of like not homeless completely, but living in a place is not our home. Mm-hmm. So I get convinced and I said, you know what, maybe God is going to guide me to get a better life. So 3 days after my 14th birthday, just 3 days after my 14th birthday, I was wearing the white dress and walking towards getting married. And that was a little bit, I didn't know what was going on. Well, it turned out to be not the right marriage. I had my daughter at 15, and I was still a teenager when his family, they didn't know he's getting married. And I went into family, they were shocked and surprised that he brought somebody home, and they didn't even know me. His sister, one of the sisters know me, but they didn't know the mother and the father, they didn't know me. And they were shocked that he got married. Now, I was living in their home, not wanted there. And my mom, she couldn't take care of me, and I was living somewhere I wasn't wanted. But my why changed from my brother to my daughter. You see, your why, sometimes it changes in your life. And you hold on to your why. and make that your power to pull you. You think you're pulling them, but your why is actually pulling you up. And that's what pulled me up, is my why. That's the power of having really realizing what is your why around you. It pulled me up and kept me going every day. My daughter kept me going every single day. I became a single mother. I'm still a teenager. I had to come back to my mother because my husband left the country. And I came back, no education, no skills, a young woman, divorcee at that time was really taboo, like no, in my country. And it was really up to me to find a way to survive and feed my daughter in the midst of the war.
Okay. Wow.
But you see, your why always changes. And so many people that I talk to, that they have why. I'm hoping I'm sharing the story so people will gain something from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so many people, they get stuck in one why in their life. Right. And their why changes. They live for their kids, and their kids get married, and then they're still stuck in that why. And that why is still there. I still love my daughter. I still love my brother. But your why changes throughout your life, and you're supposed to let that go. You're supposed to not let them go, but you're supposed to let them live their life. And then your why changes. The key that I noticed in my life, I knew how to really transform from one why to another why when it's really necessary to switch. When it's really necessary to switch your why, to keep you going. So, and then 13 years later, I came to the United States. So now if you have a question, ask me.
What motivated you to come to the United States? Were you following your why when you came to the United States?
I was following my why. My first why was my daughter. Mm-hmm. And my second why is to have a better life for me and my daughter. And in those days in my country, you're divorced, you don't have education, you don't have opportunities. Mm-hmm. Honestly. We don't have opportunities. You don't have education. I have only 4th grade education. Divorced, don't have any money. I don't have any skills. And I didn't come from family that were rich. So what did I have? I was a young woman with a daughter that people called, the mother is divorced. So I didn't have any hope for me or my daughter. And also the war was still going. And in between the war, I survived many times. I was close to death. And many times I had to go down and save my daughter coming from school, and the bomb will start. In the middle of the night, I had to get up and pull my daughter from the bed to go hide from the bomb. So I had my why. My why was, I don't want to go back to live that life. There is no hope for us over there. So when I came to United States, I did not have money, education, as you know. I didn't have any skill, as you know. I had a 10-year-old daughter with me, and I came on visa, which is expired. Now, most people said, welcome to United States, but I didn't come as a refugee. So I didn't get any help from the government or help from anybody. And I was literally couch homeless in the United States because I didn't know how to speak English. And most of the friends or far cousin, they were taking me in 3 days here, 3 days there, 1 week here, 1 month here. And majority of them is like, okay, we'll buy you a ticket if you go back to your country because you're not going to make it here. And I looked at them and I said, in my mind, of course, and in my heart, thank you for you're concerning about me, but don't forget, I have my why. And I will make it here because God is with me. I have my why, and I'm going to make it. And I believed I was going to make it. I had to really struggle in here. And it was literally tears coming of struggle in different country learning the language. I mean, I did not know how to speak English at all. I was 25 years old with 10-year-old daughter in a different country, and nobody is telling me you could stay.
Wow.
Nobody's telling me you could stay. So that's why sometimes when I hear people live in this country, they know the language, they have paperwork to work, they have some kind of skill because they already know the language, they know how to read and write a little bit, because I had no idea how to read and write or speak. And I still worked hard to make it with a daughter with me. So I wanted to give hope to people to say, if I can make it here, you can too. All you have to do, just have your why with you, believe in yourself. And also the big key is to rely on yourself and yourself only. Don't rely on other people to encourage you. Don't rely on other people to put you down. Don't rely on other people, what they're telling you. You hear what your intuition is telling you, what your guidance is telling you, and you feel it in your gut. And if you know you're going to make it, if you know what you're doing is the right thing to do, that's all that matters. And I focused just on that in order to make it here.
Right.
Yeah, it's so
can I
true.
ask you, what was your mantra at home? Because you had so many challenges here, and I was going to ask what was your mantra, what was the difference between your mantra, but you immediately already told me your mantra here. So what was your mantra at home in order to get over the stigma of being a divorcee with a daughter and think, I'm coming to the United States to start? What did you say to yourself every day?
I really didn't. It was a dream. It was a dream. I wanted to get out of the country somewhere, go somewhere, but it was a dream that I didn't think it's going to be true. Because every night I dreamed about getting out and having a better life, you know. And it just deep in my heart, I asked for it. I asked for a better life. And I kind of fight for it. I fought for it in my heart and in my mind. It really takes work. I don't know if anybody can understand that too much because it's a little bit deep subject.
Yes, it takes work.
But it was about self and then the belief of yourself. I know you can't sit and believe God is going to give me a drop money or God is going to do this. No, He will not give you this. However, when you ask for something, there is something, you receive the message in a different way. And it's up to you to read it right. Okay? You receive a message when you're walking in the street or when you're talking to somebody, and when the right person will show up. And if you are in the right mind and you're focusing on that and you believe in that, you will hear what you needed to hear. And that's exactly what happened to me. When I was really praying and imagining I wanted to leave the country, because I came to the United States before one time, before I came the last time, and I didn't stay. I went back. It was other stories. I came back to my ex and it just didn't work out. And I didn't feel I could stay because I didn't know the language and all that. So it was a different situation. I didn't see light at that time, so I left. But then after I left and I survived another war, I'm like, no, I need to go back there. This is a better place for my daughter and for myself. Now I was really praying to come back. So what happened is that how I received the message. When I focused on my prayers, I focused on my thinking. I wanted to leave. I want to have a better life. One time I was going down the stairs because we lived in a 3-story building. I was going down the stairs and one neighbor, she stood right in front of me and I don't see her too much. She said, Aimmee. I said, yeah. She said, you went to United States before and you had 5-year visa. That you go back. I said, yeah, I did. She said, my son paid so much money just to get the opportunity to get the visa. And you have it. I'm like, oh, okay. My prayers that I wanted to have a better life. I'm so tired of living in fear and having my daughter to be, coming from school and being afraid. That's the answer here. I'm like, my visa is going to be expired in a couple of weeks. And I said to myself, okay, wow, let me go and check. So I went and I checked my visa. I still had a couple of weeks. You see what I'm saying? The sign came to me from different place. But if I wasn't thinking about it in my heart, I wasn't praying about it, I wouldn't recognize what she was trying to tell me. So when you focus on your goal, when you focus on your why, when you focus on what you want and stay focused there and you don't allow people to tell you anything, then you start to receive the direction that takes you to where you want to go. It's like you have a GPS on your car, but you turn down the sound. Yeah. When you turn up the light, it will tell you take right, take left, go here, go here. It will guide you. So when you turn on your heart and your mind and you connect them together, then your GPS is turned on and you could follow that.
Wow. You, as always, blown our minds.
Right.
Again.
Yes, as always.
She always does it, though.
Always. I think I have time for one more. I really don't have time, but I'm going to ask anyway. Do you mind?
We're going to do it, you guys. Hold in there with us.
Yes. I was going to go back to the previous show, but I'm going to let that one go by. Let it go by. Anyway, my question is simple. And then I just forgot it. One more second. Got it. Got it back. Yay. It's been a long day, people. Very long day. Anyway, so my question is, you now are a producer of television shows, am I correct?
Yes.
Now, yes, I know. It's just so amazing. I'm sorry. I get so excited.
I love her story.
And from that story to this, it's just like mind-blowing. Or mind-growing, actually, just to understand your why. But my question, simply, is how did you get started? Why did you want to do this?
Well, we know we don't have too much time, but I started, pushed myself. I made it in the United States, and then I became an entrepreneur several years later. I discovered that I have the brain for entrepreneur. I still had fourth grade education and English, my third language, barely speaking English, but I was able to run a business. And then one day I was coming back from a business meeting that went so well, and I just felt I'm driving on the freeway in the United States. And if you read my book, you know, this is not possible. This is not me. And something came over me and said, I need to write my book. And I'm like, how am I going to write a book? I came home and my husband, he said, how are you going to write a book? You never read a book in your life. I never read a book in my life. I told him I have my why and the how will appear. So a year and a half later, I had a book in my hand, and this is my book.
Yay! Want to see it?
Yeah. You guys, this book is amazing.
Pick it up.
I haven't finished it yet, but it's amazing. The beginning to
you're not supposed to admit that.
I'm not supposed to.
And then after I wrote my book, I inspired so many people. I had 5 stars on Amazon, and I'm a very private person, but now I'm coming out, I'm telling my story, which is, it's amazing. I never would do that. Then I discovered it's not enough just to write your book. I had to speak about it. Well, how am I going to speak about it? I'm like, forget about that. Then I learned how to become a speaker. From learning how to become a speaker, like one thing led me to another thing, and I followed all the direction we talked about. Every direction I was led to have. And I didn't fight them, even though it wasn't easy to write a book. It wasn't easy to become a speaker. And then I learned that my English was really horrible 8 years ago, I'm talking. Okay, if you think my English is bad now, you did not want to hear me 8 years ago. Then I discovered that I could be a speaker. I did seminars. I'm changing people's life through the wisdom that I learned and how I overcame things. then it just something came to me again, and I needed to do a show where I could bring experts to help other people. And I did that, and that became successful. Then I wanted to have a show for Stephanie, because this is my goal. I wanted to be a teacher because I want to let people shine. And now I'm allowing people to shine by giving them opportunities. And I knew Stephanie Thompson, she's going to shine through her show, Stephanie's movie reviews.
Okay, I'm going to just jump in here right here. I love her movie reviews. I'm telling you, she does them for me. Jade. She does them for Jade. She doesn't know that she does it for Jade.
I'm telling you. And now everybody's so excited about Stephanie's movie reviews, and she's dragging me to go to movies with her. I'm not going to be with her on the show all the time, but for now. And it's becoming so successful. Even my granddaughter is following, watching the show. People are really enjoying seeing her light through the show. She was my co-host on my show because Stephanie's life was transformed by coming to my seminar, and she's following me since then. For 4 years, we're working together. I am her coach and everything, but I wanted her to shine. She was good on my show, but I wanted something for her. Then there is Judy Morio, which I know for over 10 years. Judy supported me always and encouraged me, and she's a wonderful, internationally known author, speaker, publisher. And I said, Judy, you like to read books, and you told me you used to read a book every day. So how about I produce a show for you, and it will be a world of book reviews. She said, oh, that's great. I love to read books. And who else could review books more than Judy, really? Books. And she's a publisher. Yeah. And she's a speaker, author, and everything. So I'm so excited to have my show, Aimmee Kardashian and the Experts, where I bring experts to help you see your life in a different perspective, real life experience. And Stephanie's and Judy's show, all of them, you could find that on www.akexperts.com, akexpertstv.com. Now I'm helping people shine, and through my show and their show, people are learning, and they're opening their hearts from the experts I'm bringing, and we're all having just fun, really fun.
You guys always look like you're having the best time. And I'm like, I want to be on that show. They look like that's the best time.
To my show. You're going to be on my show.
Yay, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
I don't know why she wants to have us on her show.
So
we're so silly, and her experts have so much good things to say. I don't know what we're going to share, you guys. Well, we're going to make it up for you.
You're going to be just fine. And you know what? If you go to akexpertstv.com, you could actually download the ebook of my book, and you could read it right away. Mm-hmm. And I share wisdom. I share my story, but each chapter, I share the wisdom I learned. Now, make sure you download this one because I have a different book, which is Tears of Hope, but this is the second edition. The first edition, I didn't share the wisdom, but the second edition, I shared all the wisdom that I learned, and hopefully you can apply that to your life. And your life could be transformed like mine, because I know that we could share with each other. We could learn from each other. I'm still learning from everybody. So,
Well, Stephanie.
Or Stephanie. I mean,
yeah, because Stephanie's life, when you go back, look at Stephanie's, that goes great with hers.
Yes.
So they were like a sandwich. Aimmee Kardashian #1, Stephanie Thompson #2.
And we have different lights. We're totally different lights, but then yet we both love to be ourselves.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Apparently we know, because we're sitting right here being on the show
all day, every day. Welcome to it. Okay, so this is the end of our show, you guys. It just went by so fast, and we were just enjoying it so much. But here comes
I'm going to say before, Miss Kardashian did something that we don't normally do here. A very smart segue into her own plug.
Into her own plug. I wish I could do that, but I can't.
We're learning something.
But I can't do it. We don't
have the skill set to absorb it, but we're learning.
We're going to go with, we're going to plug you now.
Plug, plug, plug.
Here we go.
Okay, well, let me say this one. I'm so excited to announce that I'm going to be speaking to Women Federation for World Peace in November in New Jersey. I'm going to be one of their 4 speakers, and the panel that we're going to have answers, people coming from all over the world, leaders, and I'm standing there to be the speaker, having only 4th grade education with very top speakers in the country and leaders. So it is very humbling to know that the hard work and being guided and what God gave me, it's worth it for you to go for it and be yourself. I like to leave you with last quote I have. You don't have to be perfect to be beautiful and powerful. All you have to do is just be yourself, because you are beautiful and powerful.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm a little bit.
Really? Wow. Give me a moment for that one, though, for real.
I wish we had a smart, wonderful segue like that. I mean, just what our little saying is nothing now. I don't have to say it at the end of the show, because I say it at every end of the show, but darn it.
It's just so fun. It's been so fun chatting with you. I've learned so much, especially with that last saying. I don't know why, but that really did hit my heart. A lot of times people say things and I'm like, oh, that's cute. But I try not to say it like out loud, because I'd be rude. So, but that one was wonderful.
And then I learned how to remember our why. Sometimes it can get cloudy, but just remember that. But as we're going to wrap up this show, we're going to plug you, and then we're going to let you guys go, because we know you guys have lives. So here we go. We are the co-authors and co-founders of the And I Thought Ladies in the And I Thought series, which is an anthology, but we like to call them Guides to Life. You know why we can do it? Because we wrote them. Here we go. And I thought divorce was bad.
I'm not even going to.
Well, no, I didn't let you get it in. And I thought being grown up was easy.
I would be doing the slideshow, but my nails still aren't done.
And I thought I could juggle it all. And I thought I did my journeys alone. You guys.
Go ahead.
We need all the positive energy, the prayers, the hoping, the wishing. I don't know, your dream board. I don't know what you do to put positive energy out.
If we can make it to your dream board, that'd be awesome. Just post us right there. Start dreaming it for us.
Dreaming for us. Because our group wants to put this book, that's actually entering this book into the NAACP Literary Awards for Poetry. So, I mean, you guys, literally, if we could just get those 15 people to finish reading it, that would be fantastic.
If we could get some of your positive energy, we'll even take connections. If you're connected, we'll take that. We'll take that. I'm so joking with you. So joking. But we would love a nomination. But if we can get them to finish reading it, that would be awesome.
Okay.
While we're begging for positive energy, can I run into something?
Okay, go ahead.
Since you guys know that we have an offer to take us off of the internet and put us on actual TV sets, we need that positivity for that as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It's gonna be one day.
No, we're never
gonna be as good as you.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, but we're gonna try. So here we go. We can order our books on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and AndWeThought.com. We will give you a personalized copy if you order it from AndWeThought.com, which means we'll write your name in it, we're signing it. You're gonna be the horrible handwriting, all of that. But yeah.
And also you can find us on our Blog Talk Radio podcast.
Roku TV
channel. Okay, you guys, if you're in the area where we are, we will be in the newspaper tomorrow. Our first print. Yay!
So there you go.
And if you're happen to be in Atlanta, catch us at our gala. Our gala, Powerful Beginnings Gala. That will be awesome, because that is supporting victims of abuse, and we always like to do that.
Indeed.
All right, you guys. Would you like to start this last saying? It's not as good as her saying.
Miss Kardashian saying, but we're going to say it anyway. Wisdom is all around you.
If you're open to finding it and accepting it. Y'all, this is the 6th time I've got this right. Just keep
yes.
This time.
Okay, so peace and love
from Winona
and Jade.
Bye-bye, guys.